Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. I'm going to be doing something new on the channel. It's going to be called Mountain House Mondays. Every Monday I'm going to be sampling a new type of Mountain House. I've teamed up with Mountain House to do this so we can do a giveaway of one of these cans of freeze-dried Mountain House every week. All you have to do to partake in the contest is like, comment, subscribe. So very straightforward, and your name will be put in the randomized draw for the Mountain House canned food. Now every week we're going to be trying something new. This week I got the Breakfast Skillet. This is the one I was most dubious about. Now I have tried it before in the bush and it was pretty good. In the bush everything's a little bit better, but when you're in the bush you're not very precise with how you do things. So for these taste tests and reviews, I'm going to be making sure that I follow the recipe to a T, the exact amount of water that's required, the exact amount of prep time, and we're going to then sample it, and I'm actually going to strain it with a strainer, which is a luxury you might not have in the wilderness. Now I've done an extensive review on Mountain House food before. You can go and check out that. I'll post a link to that in the description. I also have a video called the Prepper Food Index. That video is an in-depth breakdown of all the various dimensions of prepping food and what you should be looking for in an ideal prepping food. For one of these, you're looking at $8 to $10 Canadian. This is one meal. And in the States, of course, that's going to translate into $5 or $6. But there's so many good things about Mountain House. For one, it's portable. It's versatile. This is a Mylar bag. You can reuse this after you've used the bag. It's resealable. Excellent for barter. This is going to be post-apocalypse cuisine. It's probably the value of one of these is going to multiply tenfold in the case of some sort of long-term disaster scenario. It's the perfect portion to barter with. It tastes amazing. There really is no other freeze-dried food out there that tastes as good as Mountain House tastes. It's just awesome stuff. Durable packaging, it's lightweight. There's so many benefits with Mountain House and freeze-dried food in general to supplement your preps. Now because of the high price, unless you're rolling in money, this is going to be something that you're going to want to supplement your preps with. So people often comment that, well, one of these cans of food, this is probably one of the heaviest ones. This is 700 grams. It contains roughly about 3,500 calories. Now, as you know, that's probably only going to take a couple people. That's only enough calories to last 2 people for a day. But what you got to consider with this, I consider this to be a supplementary long-term food prep. So if I was to consume this, I would probably only consume a bit of it with my other staple, whatever that might be, rice or what have you. That way, it's just giving you that extra morale boost. It's giving you a little bit more taste, which can go a long way. Now, some people have complained about the sodium content. Yeah, that's a factor, but it's not going to kill you in the long run. As long as you got a lot of water at your disposal, you'll be all right. So anyways, let's get on with this review. So let's crack it open. Every Mountain House at the bottom has a little quote on the bottom there. I'm not sure you can read that. Let's read what this one says. Don't try to make friends with raccoons. They will just charge at you, steal your food, then laugh about it with their friends behind your back. So they're scavengers. Don't trust them. Let's open this bag up here. So within this Breakfast Skillet, you're getting hash brown scrambled eggs mixed with pork, sausage patty, peppers, and onions. Sounds delicious, looks delicious. I'll show you a visual overlaid on the screen of what it looks like in here. So this Breakfast Skillet, the ingredients are potato, vegetable oil, canola, sunflower, soybean salt, tomatoes, potassium, yada yada yada. So in order to make this, we're just going to use the package because that's what they recommend. So you open the package, tear out the notch, remove and discard the oxygen absorber. We carefully add 1.5 cups of boiling water, stir carefully and close zipper. After 4 minutes, open it, stir it again, let stand 8 to 9 minutes and enjoy right out of the pouch. So we're going to try to follow these instructions to a T. This is going to be a big challenge for me because as Miss Canadian Prepper knows, I'm terrible at following recipes. We're going to pour it in there. The biggest mistake I think people make with Mountain House is using too much or too little water. I usually give it a little bit of a shake like that. All right, so we'll come back in about 4 minutes, and then we'll stir it again, and then we'll let it sit for 8 to 9 minutes, then we'll start eating. All right, so it's been 4 minutes. So we're gonna quickly open it and close it again because we don't want all that heat to escape. And we're gonna stir it a little bit. It's important that you stir it because if you don't, you might get some parts that weren't hydrated. So it makes for crunchiness. So now we just have to wait 8 to 9 minutes. I should also add that these are excellent ways to get your fire roaring quickly. If your fire is dying down and you're in a region that's very wet or you're having a hard time starting a fire, this stuff is incredibly flammable. Maybe not so much to start the fire, but you throw that on your coals, bam, you're gonna have instant fire. I don't know how environmentally friendly that process is, but if it comes down to your survival, obviously you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so it's been 9 minutes. Now, this one doesn't look the most appealing. It's not like your rice and beans type stuff, but honestly, it doesn't look too bad, to tell you the truth. I got some spices here just in case it's not palatable enough. For something that lasts 25 years, that ain't bad. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Mrs. Dash on there. I know that might not be a luxury in a shit hits the fan situation, but you know what? That's pretty darn good. The hash browns don't have the crunchiness as you would expect, but it's a little mushy, but the taste is there. There's a bit of a weird aftertaste with the eggs. The meat has a decent texture to it. The eggs definitely have a powdered feel to them, but you know what? They're not bad. Certainly wouldn't be my first choice for a Mountain House meal. I would probably give this one a 7 out of 10, just because I want to save my 10s for some of the other ones I got coming up to review, which I know are going to be good. One that I'm not a fan of is the biscuits and gravy. That one I'd probably give it like a 4, but that's just me. Some people don't mind the texture of mushy food, but it isn't all mushy. There is some more rigid texture to it. I can guarantee you that if you were hungry and desperate, this would taste probably like a 12 out of 10. I can tell you right now that I'm not going to have any problem polishing this off. It's not like one of those Urban Prepper 3-day ration videos where he can barely stomach it on the last day. This is delicious, man. I could eat this stuff probably every morning, tell you the truth. Mountain House is ambitious with what they try to freeze dry. Now, if you wanted to and you had a fire, you could probably throw this in some tin foil and bake it a little bit. It might give it a bit more crunchiness. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get your name in the contest. Every second Monday for the next few months, we're going to be doing Mountain House Mondays. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.